Leo is standing at an ATM. It's 11:47 p.m. He's trying to withdraw $40. The machine pauses. Insufficient funds. Behind him, a guy in a suit walks into the same bank. Straight through a private entrance Leo didn't even notice. No ATM, no line. A human being opens the door for him. Same bank, same building, completely different experience. Today, Leo is going to find out exactly how banks treat you at every level of wealth, from 0 to 10 million. Here's the thing about banks. Most people think it's like a restaurant, same menu for everyone. It's not. A bank is like a hotel with floors. The higher your floor, the better the room, the faster the service, and the more things are just complimentary. Leo didn't know which floor he was on. Most people don't. Let's take the elevator, starting from the basement. Level 1, $0 to $1,000, the invisible customer. Leo is broke. Not dramatically broke, paycheck to paycheck broke, the kind where he checks his balance before buying lunch. At this level, the bank doesn't see Leo as a customer. They see him as a liability, and they price him accordingly. The Federal Reserve ran the numbers. 23% of adults earning under $25,000 are completely unbanked, not because they don't want an account, but because the fees make it not worth it. Leo stays banked. Barely. Here's what that looks like. Overdraft fees. Spend more than you have. The bank covers it, then charges you for the favor. Leo bought a $12 lunch on a $9 balance. The bank charged him $35 for that $3 difference. Not a loan, not a warning. A penalty for being close to zero. The CFPB found that frequent overdrafters pay around $380 a year in fees. Leo didn't even know he'd agreed to that. The bank collected $5.8 billion in overdraft fees in 2023. That number is not an accident. It is a business model. And Leo is the product. This level, Leo gets a debit card, a mobile app, and a customer service line with 40 minutes of hold music. That's the whole package. Quick pause. If Leo's story is already making you feel something, subscribe and hit the bell icon. He's going to need the emotional support for the next 5 levels. Level 2, $1,000 to $50,000. The standard customer. Leo gets a raise, starts keeping a few thousand in his account. The bank notices. Slightly. Free checking, a savings account, a credit card with a modest limit. The service is fine, functional. Leo calls. He waits. He asks for something to be waived. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. This is the floor where most people spend their entire lives, and most people assume this is just what banking is. What Leo doesn't see, people in the same building who never wait, who have a direct number, who get fees waived without asking. Leo has no idea that floor exists. Level 3, $50,000 to $250,000. The priority customer. Leo has been disciplined. He's saved. He's built something. And now the bank calls him. A banker phones, "Leo, based on your account activity, you qualify for our priority banking program." Leo didn't apply. But banks have internal thresholds, around $50,000 to $100,000 in combined deposits. And once Leo crosses them, he gets nudged upward. He now has a relationship manager, a human being with a direct number, who actually picks up. Fees that used to just happen, wire transfers, monthly fees, foreign transactions, now get waived when Leo asks. Same bank, same fees, but Leo knows the right person now. Warren Buffett has said for decades that the system rewards people who already have capital, not because banks are evil, but because wealthy customers cost less to serve and generate more revenue. The bank invests more in Leo because Leo is worth more to them. Leo finally gets it. The bank doesn't love him. It calculates him. Level 4, $250,000 to $1 million. The preferred client. Leo is no longer walking into the main branch. He's being invited to a quieter room. A dedicated private banker handles everything: investments, estate documents, international transfers. Direct number, same-day response. Banks also start offering something they never mentioned before: wealth planning. How to protect what he's built, not just grow it. The difference between level 2 and level 4 isn't better service, it's a different conversation. Level 2 Leo is being sold products. Level 4 Leo is being offered strategy. And for the first time, the bank is trying to keep him, not acquire him. Leo is no longer a transaction. He is a relationship. Level 5, $1 million to $10 million, the private client. Leo made it. The number has 7 digits, and everything changes again. At 1 million, most major banks move Leo into private banking. Goldman Sachs and Bank of America's full private banking typically starts at $10 million. Below that, Leo is elite but transitional. Still, the world looks different. He gets a team, an investment advisor, a tax specialist, an estate planner. They know his goals, his family. They call him before market events, not after. The products at this level don't exist for anyone below. Private equity, pre-IPO investments, alternative assets with no ticker symbols, the kind of opportunities that grow wealth quietly. Pew Research has documented that the wealthiest 10% of Americans hold roughly 70% of total household wealth. Leo is starting to understand why that number never shrinks. It's not income, it's access. Level 6, $10 million and beyond, the invisible client. At 10 million, Leo stops being a client. He becomes a counterparty. Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan Private Bank, Citi Private. These aren't branches. They don't have lobbies. You don't find them. They find you. Leo gets a single point of contact who coordinates everything. Legal, tax, estate, philanthropy, generational wealth. Not a team that serves him, a team that exists for him. The products change completely. Direct lending against his portfolio, custom-structured bonds, family office infrastructure. His money is no longer sitting in an account. It's working in places most people don't know exist. And the bank? The bank needs Leo now. His deposits fund their leverage. His business brings prestige. For the first time in this entire story, Leo has the power. And here's what hits Leo hardest. At this level, the bank charges him less. Fees compress. Rates improve. The more Leo has, the less the bank costs him. Leo thinks about level 1, the $35 fee, the hold music, the person with nothing paying the most. He doesn't find it funny anymore. At level 1, Leo's money was visible to him and invisible to the bank. He was a cost to manage. At level 6, the bank's entire job is to make sure Leo never has to think about money. Most people never leave level 2 because they don't know the other floors exist. They try to look wealthier. The car, the watch, the apartment. But looking wealthy keeps you at level 2. Being wealthy moves you up the floors. Ownership builds floors. Appearances rent them. Leo doesn't pretend the system is fair. It isn't. But he works within it. He keeps enough in one institution to qualify for priority banking and uses that relationship to get fees waived, better rates, and actual human beings on the phone. He stops spreading money across 5 apps and 3 banks for no reason. Consolidated relationships unlock better treatment. That's just the math. He starts thinking about every financial decision in terms of the floor he wants to be on, not the image he wants to project. The purchase that impresses people today costs him the floor he could be on in 5 years. And he stops being embarrassed to ask for things at the bank, because he learned that at every level above his own, people are getting things waived, adjusted, and customized, not because they're special, because they asked. The system isn't built for Leo at the bottom. It's built on him. But the bank doesn't decide which floor you're on forever. Your decisions do. The floor above you is always just math. Sometimes uncomfortable math, but math. Leo used to think the system was the problem. Now he knows. The system is just the game board. You decide how to play. And the game never stops. Drop a comment and tell Leo what he should figure out next.